the Super Bowl chart for today, police clues, who's going to win, and a Taylor Swift prediction. Check out all the twin references. David Beckham, the Super Bowl commercial featuring him and Matt Damon, where they're twins. Other headlines like the advertising double dippers of Super Bowl 59. Of course, we've got twins or twinning brothers in a sense, both with beards, and they sure look Leo, don't they? So that's interesting. And then Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce double date with Britney and Patrick. These are the things that we're going to check out. Meg. I can't help but secretly agree with you there. Maybe a tie. Yeah, maybe. Yes, I know. Can you believe that? I saw that what did he say? In brown water? He likes seafood, but not in brown soup. Oh, I couldn't believe it. It's a shame. This is the chart for the deadly Sugar Bowl incident. No, actually, you know what? This is the crime chart. This is when the person from Texas, I believe, he's Mars right up at the top of the chart there, and he falls. He dies. And so you could see that big T square, which is the red triangle there. This is an attacker. I mean, couldn't be any more dangerous there, not just in Leo. Very strong type of person, a monster, some people would say. And up there on the MC means out in the open. So this time was, I think it was right after, it was like after 1:00 in the morning when this guy drives onto Bourbon Street and kills 14 people, injuring dozens. You can see how Pluto and the moon is here. This is very famous. This is news that goes around the world. That's that signature, which is Pluto and the moon. Very, very famous. So there's a T-square here. Interesting how this had to do with the Sugar Bowl. There were a lot of revelers around. They were celebrating, partying. And what is Libra? Libra is sweets. It's sugar. So, of course, Venus is going to rule that chart. And Venus was squaring Uranus. And that means, it was an upset. The chart was upset. The revelers were just completely shocked because that would be Uranus right here. Really, really dangerous chart, especially with Mars opposing Pluto. So we don't really have a chart like that for the Super Bowl, but we'll take a look at that. Now, this is the Super Bowl's chart. This starts in another hour or so. So Jupiter is in Gemini, and that's lots and lots of twins. You're going to be seeing the commercials. You're going to be seeing people talking about twins. You're going to be seeing a lot of people that look alike. So that's way up there in the 10th house. Everybody can see these people. And of course, what is everybody wearing? They're all wearing the same jerseys. So the ruler of the Super Bowl chart, the sun, because the ascendant is in Leo. Now this one's kind of complicated because Leo is going to represent the Eagles. The Eagles are the home team. And so it does make sense because the sun is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is something that is way, way up high like an eagle. Aquarius is the Eagles, and there is a square to Uranus, which would indicate that there is some upset that's happening. But the sun also represents Leo, which is those Leo types, the Taylor Swifts, Donald Trump, Jason and Travis, those types of twinning Leos. So it's really kind of strange. That whole energy, which is the sun, is squaring Uranus, which is something that is unexpected. These people have no idea what is about to happen. They're going to be in complete shock. So what could that shock be? I think we should look at a card. Trump's Mars is in Leo, 12th house. We don't like bad surprises, and it looks like there's a couple in here. My friend's husband was asking if the Chiefs lose, will Taylor write a song about it? There was an old Super Bowl commercial with Danny DeVito and Schwarzenegger who were in a movie called Twins. That's right. I saw that one. There's so much. I mean, we've got National Guard. We've got every law enforcement representative in the country, it seems, down there in New Orleans. But it's a good question. Are law enforcement officers still weak? And because Mars is retrograde, the answer, I believe, is yes. There's something that they're not seeing, that they might just be too late to see. It was going to be unexpected with this chart that we're looking at. Can you give us a clue? Definitely something that, we don't like this kind of unexpected type of event. Can you give us some kind of a clue as to what is going to be so unexpected? Knight of Pentacles. Can you see that? You can sort of see that. It's got a horse. There's money. And with a knight there, interesting. But somebody with a lot of money who's walking away. Why does it look so strange? The sun. Well, maybe somebody in power is there. Lots of power. So the sun, it definitely focuses, or it definitely factors in here with power. And with Mercury, Cazimi the sun, it's still 2. So it's almost like 2. It's explosive. That's what it is. It's almost, it could be small, something small, or a group. It could be a group of people doing something unexpected. So Star Sleuth, you said somebody being reckless. Okay, people betting money. The chart for New Orleans, this is the 5:30 p.m. Central Time chart for New Orleans. This is when the game starts. It's at a 19th degree, and that would be a Libra degree. It would represent contracts. It would mean a broken contract. There's a lot of, because Aquarius and Uranus is to break, there are things that are breaking here, and it could be physical types of things. Some of my clues include kings, queens, a princess shocked. I've got a crown interrupted. And I've got a helicopter there. Uranus is right up at the top. This could be, planes. It could be fireworks. It could be things that are very bright. It could be lots of helicopters. Of course, they're always flying around up there. And maybe we'll just see one. I don't know why we would, but it's par for the course with a football game. Okay, so we're looking at a T-square here for this Superbowl chart. What do we see here? Mars at 18 degrees. This is evil. This is freaking evil. And this is a square here, right? It's a T-square with Chiron. This is bad. And in the 9th house, this is what's going to make the news for this game. So we're talking injuries. We're talking something that is really, really painful because of Mars there. So painful. And the moon right next to it is something that is famous that's going to be, in the news. Trump is attending. That's what I thought. So Eleanor, nice to see you. Dome is named Caesar, Leo. Good one. Or actually, no, Mars. Wouldn't that be, could be a king, but could also be a warrior. And that's the thing with this chart, with the Chiefs. The Chiefs would be Mars. But here, you could say Mars. You could also say Aquarius, since they're the quote unquote away game. And so they're way up at the top there. And it is such an interruption of this game. I don't know. It could be somebody's breaking something. I wonder why we're going to see something up in the air there. Now, Uranus in the 10th house is out in the open. Something shocking is happening out in the open. Keeping in mind the nice things that are out in the open right now that are Uranus related are like electronic music. They've got a bunch of like cool DJs, and they're way up high. They're up on the balconies, which would be Uranus. So the balcony, and there's maybe groups on the balcony. So it definitely shows those groups on the balcony, they are going to be seeing something or experiencing something that is unexpected. So yeah, there could be drones. There absolutely could be drones. Lisa, you know what? I would not be surprised. Aliens are coming. It's going to happen in the next hour. We don't know. Trump's coming. He tends to be the leader of strange people, including Elon Musk. So we've got maybe a tech guy we're going to be seeing out in the open. Something is happening. Maybe the tech person is not expecting something, but that's really the sign for this game is the unexpected. No drones are allowed either, unless you're a criminal and can figure out how to do it. So, yeah. I know.
it's kind of cringy, this chart. It's kind of cringy. But the reason I think there are a couple of reasons, but this is the biggest one, and that is what's going to be in the news, which is Mars here. And that is, Mars can be blood. Mars can mean pain and wounds. Now, not unheard of when you're talking about two teams clashing in, this sports war in a sense. But whatever this is going to be in the news, and it looks quite mean. 18 degrees is nasty. This is also the police too. So there could actually be police that are hurting. Maybe it's going to come out in the news that there were some bad policemen, bad law enforcement officers. And it looks like there's going to be video. There could be some famous video of some kind of abuse happening. Let's hope not. And the reason I say that is because of Neptune. If you want to see if there's going to be video, you can see there's like a little trine here to this famous person. Mars is somebody, could be an evil person that becomes famous, could be a famous person who speaks in a very abusive manner. And that person seems to be caught on camera. Because of Saturn right next to it, this could be black and white, could be kind of CCTV video. This person is not expecting to be on camera. Yeah, the moon within 2 degrees of Mars. This is, the moon means fame. And this person also looks like he is not, I say he because of Mars, but it's not completely successful because of the opposition with part of fortune, which means success. Could the game be stopped? Well, I say that because Saturn is there at 18 degrees. This could be a person too. This could be could be an older person. Also, I see there's a bunch of people in there in that 8th house, and they're drunk. This is so many drunk people, and yikes with this North Node. North Node is kind of like, it's the traditional word for North Node. No reflection of any city, but it's thugs. It's thugs on drugs, thugs who are drunk, and there could be a female here, redheaded female, that comes out with that Venus and Venus in Aries. But what is all of this? And why am I saying that the game is stopped possibly? Well, I look at this 18 degrees. 18 is super, super evil. Could be something fraudulent that's happening. But let's look at the bigger chart here. This looks like it could be fraud, could be somebody who's trying to pull something. It just looks like something is stopped, okay? I'm not sure exactly why. This person, it looks like, is helping this person. So there could be 2 people involved. Is it fraud? Is it a strange call? We might see that in this chart. Like everybody, that's one of the reasons everybody is so angry, because it's clearly a bad call. That could be the case too. Now I'm going to look at Taylor Swift's soul return chart. If you want to look at your own predictions, you can go to AstroSeek, type in your birth date, pull up your birth chart, go to the last year of your last birthday and type that in. For Taylor, it's still going to be 2024 because she just had her birthday in December. And you're going to click on solar only. Here is Taylor Swift's solar return chart. And if you're just joining me and you like the show, please hit the like button. Thank you so much. Crafts and Crime, said, I'm so interested in what is going to happen. I might be sad if nothing happens. I hope somebody wins, and I hope we see a lot of video of everybody celebrating. That's what we're rooting for. We want people to be just incredibly happy. And we also want to see a good surprise, in a sense, when everybody's expecting something and it completely changes around, which is what I think we will see. That's always, that's kind of like the Tom Brady model, where it's just, you just can't believe that it would change in somebody else's favor. What would show people invading the field? Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so the 5th house is the game. So we would look in the 5th house. Yeah, I know, she's amazing. Could be a pitch invasion. Yeah. Hey, Amber, nice to see you. Interested in your cards? Taurus Moon Tarot joins me every Friday, and we do predictions for the world and the UK. So definitely check us out, and you can get notifications if you subscribe. Lisa, you're getting tired. You're in the UK. You need some sleep. Okay, I know. Toy Red Metals Explosions is what I got from the chart earlier, and I said, nope, I'm out. Yeah, when you were thinking about coming down to New Orleans. So there is an anti-Trump march planned somewhere in the city, I think at a park. Park being Leo, very interesting. Elon paid $40 million for ads. What could it be for? Yes. And it might backfire on him because of that square. We don't like squares with Uranus. And that's something that I look at everybody's solar return chart. I want to see what Uranus is doing. I want to see if there's any big surprises. If you're seeing a square with Uranus in your solar return year, you are going to probably have something that is not expected. I had Aquarius rising in this year. I'm done this chart in a couple of weeks, thank God. But I had 2 family members fall twice. And it was a complete shock. So it can represent Aquarius, and Uranus can represent shocks. And so I had an opposition with Saturn in Aquarius. So was it Saturn in Aquarius? Yeah. So so it was kind of messed up. Okay. Oh, are we matching again? That's crazy, which kind of like makes me nervous because we want the twins to do well. We cannot stop twinning. It's so funny. And the thing about Amber is she has the same name as my high school best friend. And we have the same lives. Like we grew up in Maryland, so many, past relationships. Like it is a twin. It's amazing. I swear I didn't, Angel. Val removed my blue after the great corn debacle last live. No, I didn't. I was, for those of you who did not see that last show, you definitely, we're trying to figure out what, I think it was Elphaz who was saying the corn addiction. And we were like, what is that? Because we're not allowed to say the actual word. But anyway, I'm going to get back to this. And this is Taylor Swift's solar return. So we're going to start on her birthday. Her birthday is the ascendant. So this is going to be December 13th. So the second house for her is January 13th. And we are about to get to February 13th, right there on the third house. So we're right at the end here. All right. So it's kind of like, it's hard to tell because we're within days of her changing from Virgo to Libra. Now, Mercury is what represents Virgo. Right there. And it's retrograde. It's not great. And it squares Saturn, which is fear. It's also stopping something. It's sadness. Now, she's been in the news in a kind of a negative way attached to Blake Lively, her lawsuit. So maybe that could have something to do with it. Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius can be publications, just not very nice headlines. So that could be what that is. But it also represents kind of concerned about something, maybe being fearful because of a square to Saturn. Now, the orb is a little bit wide, so it doesn't look like direct danger to me, at least as Virgo is ruling this month. But we're talking with between now and the next few days, she's going to move over to Libra. And Venus is going to rule. And look at this, the opposition with Mars in Leo. So there is something that it looks dangerous to me, especially when you have Pluto here. This is a lot of women. Now, this could be also activists too. People are really upset about something. A lot of females are upset about something. Could this be her fans? Maybe, I don't know. But she's got to watch her back, really. She's one of the Leos that have to watch her back because whoever this is really kind of coming at her because she suddenly becomes Venus in this next month. So she really has to, it looks like she can get out of it. There's disguises, Neptune. There are places that she can go that she can avoid. So it doesn't look 100% like something could happen. She has a nice mystic rectangle here in her chart. And how do you see that? You can see the blue here. So it shows kind of, a way to, there are options for her. There's plan B, plan A, but I really don't like that Mars opposing Pluto and Venus here. So this could just be a lot of people who are very angry, and I'm not sure exactly why, but that's coming up in the next couple of days. So hopefully this is not a game. Her boyfriend is up here, Uranus, a very famous Aquarius in her chart anyway. Super, super famous. Now looking at this is really interesting. If this is Travis and he's way up in the 10th, and well, we can also see Jupiter is also him too. It looks like good news and then something that might not be good news. But this looks promising for him. So what do you guys think? What do you think? Eagles or the Chiefs? I would say Mercury. With her chart, it looks like he is super successful about something in the next couple of days. And this is the press. It's like a dream or something. This is a lot of photos. Guys, Philly fans, I'm sorry to say, but this looks like he's winning something. This looks like Travis could win. So this is the next 3 or 4 days that this is happening. So yeah, maybe he proposes. Yeah, that could be it. And that's in the news. Maybe they're trying to change the narrative. Yes. Yep. That's a good point, KK. I'll bet you. Are the Blue Angels and some planes supposed to fly over the stadium today? That's possible. Sweetly Morbid Berries, you have to say the Chiefs. Eagles in overtime. Okay. Okay, hold on one second. I've got to catch up with you guys. Okay, so Star Sleuth, you said Uranus has been squaring my ascendant by transit and solar return. I am numb from all the shocks. I know. We get very, very just intelligent from changing so much because Aquarius represents intelligence. Kimberly, you said Elon's ads are on government spending. Okay. Elfaz, oh my God. I can't stop laughing, honestly. Too funny. And Sierra User, great to see you. And okay. Yeah, come back, Crafts and Crime. We want to hear what you have to say. If anything really shocking happens, I'll be back on tonight. Thank you, Louise. And okay, Buckeye, you said Eagles. I think KC has big heads. Yeah. This is possible. You see so much Neptune, and we're going to go back to that in a second. It does seem like there's a little fraud here. Little fraud. And it's in the secret. It's in the secret house of the 8th house. Angel, you're cracking me up. Okay. All right. So let's ask a question about Taylor Swift, and then we're going to get back to the chart, the Super Bowl chart. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Okay. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see me. Okay. All right, so this chart with Taylor Swift, I mean, her boyfriend becomes more famous than famous within the next 4 days, and he is just over the moon about something. Oh, wait, let me add these cards. What could Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce be so excited about? What is going to be so famous? Ace of Cups. Can you give us a clarifier card? This could be winning. That's love. That could be a proposal. I don't think it's going to work, but I'm just saying that from the chart because there's a big T square that comes after it. So it's like, yay. And then, it's kind of like, Elfas, if the Super Bowl is fixed, that would be wild. I know. Okay. Rustling in the background. Okay. Thanks, Michelle. Okay. Yeah, that's probably my chair. You think it's a proposal? Oh, a Bambi. Yeah, they've been talking about that. You think it's engaged? Okay. Did you pull? It's your intuition, but maybe you pulled a card too. What colors represent each team? Well, Kansas City is definitely Mars and Aries because they're red. And Taurus would be green. Gemini is also green. So, yeah. So, there's so much success there. How about, Taurus Moon Tarot, Amber, you said love, probably because you saw the Ace of Cups. And what do you, I'll look at the chart in a second and tell you. Star Sleuth, he retires and they run off into the distance together. Goodbye already. Star Sleuth has had enough. You don't think a baby. Okay. You're getting red for the win. Okay. That's Kansas City. Now with Uranus, it's so confusing because, we've got Leo, which there are a lot of those kings. There are a lot of those chiefs, a lot of the big guys who are, the Travis guys, and that would be Leo. But it is an upsetting chart. It's like they just didn't see something coming. And I think that might be that there's some injuries they're really going to affect the game negatively. So it's going to be hard. Yeah. If it was wands, I would think a sports or game. Okay. So yeah. All right. So then 1 for the proposal, -1 for the win. We might as well ask this about Taylor Swift. Will they actually get married? Will Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce actually walk down the aisle in matrimony? What do you think I got? God. Reverse 10 of Wands. I don't think so. It just, her chart is not good for significant others. I'm sorry to say. It's just she needs to have boyfriends and that's it. Don't get married. Do not get married. You see injuries. Okay. Deflategate. How dare you bring that up, Toy? Don't talk about my pretty like that. Okay. So Angel, you're getting red for the win, which is Kansas City. But if it even happens, like, will they have to have 2 games because of that Mercury there? I don't know. Maybe you can say corn instead, Angel. Starts with, I wonder if it will be something like when Damar Hamlin dropped from a heart attack, which was Leo during a Bills game a while back. Yeah. I mean, remember I said, watch your back. We might see some things that have to do with the back and, the heart. So what are you talking about, Toy? Okay, you don't see it happening. You don't see the game happening. Angel, you said, really thought the Eagles will win, but I see red. I'm hoping it's not blood, though. Yeah, I know. So I'm glad there's so much Scorpio in this chat because we can talk about this freely. Now, let's see here. Let me go back. Yeah, okay. Actually, before I go back, we want to look at Taylor Swift's relationship. Why the hell not? We've got her chart up here. And so, with Aquarius there, this is here. It looks like something is changing, can be very, very positive. But the problem is that for her this year, Jupiter also represents a partner. And there is a stop. There is something that's like, boom. Nope. There is a no. that doesn't come in for a little while. Well, it might have come in right at her birthday. Maybe they couldn't see each other. Sometimes it's like you can't do something, but it really comes in. That's going to be is December, January, February, March, April 13th to May 13th. So I would say probably the end of mid to April, mid to end April, something's going to happen here where it just seems like something stops. So I don't know what that is. You can look at the ninth house too with regard to marriage. And oh my God, it's in Aries. So we look to Mars, and that's kind of like, it's kind of like a no and then a yes. It's like no, nobody wants her to get married, and then North Node is that. Oh my God, you guys, look at this. This is a fake marriage. This is fakery. So, gosh, I hope there aren't any Taylor Swift fans on here, but certainly seems to be talking Mercury about this potentially faux union. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing. I hope she doesn't. I really don't think it's going to work out. Can you see anything about security putting a stop to something? So the game goes on, but behind the scenes, a bad guy is stopped. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So bad guys stopped. Sweetly Morbid Bear, my niece and her man know Travis Kelce on a personal level, that Travis and Taylor are very, very in love. I'd expect an engagement. They were all at a party together right before her birthday. Okay. Well, maybe that's going to be the case. They do seem to get along well, but I don't think it would be a good union long term. Headlines create business, and she's not a dumb girl. That is true. Yeah, I mean, if Kansas City were to lose, it would be something that one could do is to get into the good side, the good headlines again, and just, let's forget about that loss. So you think it's fake. Okay. All right. Let me go back to this chart. I think that's the last one I had. Yeah. That T-square. Yikes. Okay. So this is the real complicated chart here. And, if you're looking at a game chart, you're going to look at the ascendant, which is the home team. You're going to look at the descendant, which is the away team. So we've got the Eagles. We've got the Chiefs. And see, the problem is, we've got a T-square here with Uranus. So both of them are shocked about something. It is something that changes, and it's in the middle of everything. It's the 10th house. It's up in the air. This could be something that has happened before. That's why I showed you the Sugar Bowl chart, because I'm afraid that it could be some kind of a twinning event of some sort, a twin shock. We hope not, but don't like that there. And all right, so this is Eagles. This is Chiefs. Now let's look at what is good. First of all, Jupiter represents the game. It's a twin. So that could show that somebody who won before is going to win again, way up there. But let's look inside the fifth house. The fifth house, we've got 2 points here. Part of fortune. There is somebody that's going to be successful, it looks like. And it's that Uranus. So is it the bird? Is it the eagle that flies high and fast because of that Mars there? From this chart, it seems to me that the Eagles should win. Okay? They should win. But we've got the 7th house here, and they are changing something. So it's like a flip of some sort. Maybe it's a flip back and forth. I don't know. And here's the other thing. The reason why I said that there was Saturn here, and the reason I said there was a stop to the game, it's because of there's a square here to the 5th house. So somebody stopped something. I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. This is something that has to do with the game. Could be somebody, it could be a player in the game, somebody big. It's so funny how, think about a game, which is Leo. Leo represents the back. What do we have? We have a quarterback. We've got linebackers. So kind of crazy how that back, term is in there. But certainly looks like something kind of gets held back. And I think from my intuition, I want to talk about fraud with these cards. From my intuition, I feel like there's either a spy or there's some kind of a fraud there. And who do they like? Let's see. You know what? On another note, this could be the police here, and there could be plainclothes officers. That could be what this is here. So, and they're helping. So that could be something where it could help the situation of some sort. It definitely bolsters the strength of this very weak police officer here. Could be a police officer. Mars is also, somebody with a weapon. Okay, so with regard to this fraud, is there fraud that is going to be taking place with regard to Superbowl 2025? Got Ace of Cups again. That's weird. Can you clarify if there's fraud? And maybe any other details you could give us? What kind of fraud is it? Is this a bad call? Justice. Okay. So maybe, what do you think about that? Amber, gonna need you here. Justice. Somebody, maybe that's part of why this is an angry chart. This is a lot of anger. So that would be a great example of why there would be so much anger, is that somebody clearly made a bad call. And the justice could be the fans trying to get justice. Yeah. So I think that's all I can ask for that. Also, oh gosh, I hate that Saturn at 18 degrees. Let me think here. By the way, in my solar return chart, I don't know what I was thinking. Saturn was in Pisces, not Aquarius. But yeah, Saturn trining. This is something that is major, and it's in the 8th house. Keeping in mind that the 8th house is chaos. So this is drunken chaos. All right. And it does look like there are some people who are managing to have some fun because of that part of fortune. They're in the 5th house of partying. So they're just going back to the old haunt. Saturn in Pisces. It's an old bar. Maybe people are safe in an old bar. That's possible. Let's see here. There's a woman here. I wonder who that is. Venus in Aries. Tell us who this woman is that has to do with the Super Bowl. Venus in Aries. This could be, this is the revenge house, 8th house. This woman is getting revenge. Who is this woman? Can you give us some kind of clue? Well, she's on the wheel. Looks blonde. Oh, and she's got dice. It's a vengeful woman, and she is pissed. She might, let me think. She might be saying something online because of, this is her outlet here. You see that Pluto there in Aquarius? This is somebody who is venting online. What is all the venting about? 4 of Pentacles, definitely something that has to do with money. So maybe losing money from a bet. I don't know. A lot of bets. That's the, I used to think of it as 8th house, but it's really the games, the betting, it's all 5th house. So Jupiter up here, 11 degrees is the Aquarius degree. So there are going to be some sudden gains, I would say, possibly because of that fifth house ruler being in Gemini. It's hard to say, but lots of people betting. So yeah, fifth house. Yeah, and you can see part of fortune. That 18 degrees really throws me off because it's not very nice. It's pretty evil. And there is a sudden success here with someone, and Taurus is green. So somebody wearing green is making a lot of money. And the other thing I wanted to say too was Mars, this could be a famous police officer, somebody who gains fame today. They see something. There's a blue line here to Uranus. So could be something where, there's a possible element of danger. They see it and they're able to thwart something. So there could be plenty of that going on too. We've got Black Moon Lilith here. This is somebody nefarious. It's in the third house of a neighborhood. Whoa. This is as bad as it gets. This is somebody who wants to hurt. This could be somebody local. So look at that T square with Chiron there, the wounds. Okay, so the moon represents the 12th house of hidden enemies, and Mars represents somebody who could be foreign, or some from a long distance, but maybe I don't know, this is the neighborhood, trying to do something in the neighborhood. But also keep in mind that Pisces too, 8th house is, people who want to harm. It's in Pisces. So that could be an oil type of country, could be Iran, Iraq, ISIS types of stuff. So it is possible that there's going to be some kind of event where something is thwarted here. Where's Donald Trump? Well, he's here, and he's over here. Definitely, this person, Donald Trump, is in the news with Chiron there, but a sextile to Chiron. So maybe saying something that is Aries related, talking about a win. It looks like, who is Donald Trump rooting for? He doesn't like Taylor Swift, right? Wouldn't he root for Eagles? It seems like he's saying something nice in the press about this battle. So that could be a clue. So we'll have to see. Yeah, Aries. Kimberly. Angel, you said you're seeing photographs will be all over social media about a head injury, but I'm very wrong sometimes. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, there is blood, but that's a typical game too. Hi, Christine. Nice to see you. I'm so happy to catch you live, Val. Oh, well, thank you. Well, it must be the lighting, and this shadow isn't doing me any good. But yeah, and also all of those stadium lights above me. You see dramatics coming, Louise. You see injury. Okay. Yeah, it looks, well, we're in the voodoo town. New Orleans is my favorite place. I think New Orleans is going through sadi right now, but it'll get out of this dark period at some point. Maybe the mayor, she's got some scandals around her. And we're going to hear somebody with a fish name, or looks like a fish, because you've got all that fish there in the 8th house. So, somebody who's got, could be a foreign name, could be somebody that has a fish name. We had Mayor Bass, right, out in California. We have somebody out in the news, the CEO, I think he's working with Elon. His name is Carp with a K. I couldn't believe it. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Lost money. And Megyn Kelly. Oh, good one. Yes, that could be the Venus in Aries. definitely gambling. Okay. A referee that may spark something nasty. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Justice is absolutely the ref. Okay. So yeah, there's referee trouble. There's referee trouble. I mean, isn't there always with a Super Bowl? Like, we've got to try to convince people here that it's not just speculation, that we are seeing this. But there is a lot, like all of that Pisces is, people can't see clearly about something. And that could be because of the video. The video is not clear. So, uh, yes, thank you, Angel. Please remember, we are purely speculating on what we can read from the charts and the cards and entertainment purposes only. Thank you. Okay, you got the devil card before. That's right, you did. A challenge call. The game could be stopped for accusations of cheating. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, exactly. It does kind of give a deflate gate vibe. Trying to think what that would be. I mean, that is deflate is I mean, it is kind of plastic. It's like a tire, so that could be the there could be a leak actually. There could be a leak because of that south node opposition. Mm-hmm. Angel, that's very interesting about Travis. Yeah, win by default. It's going to be a strange win. Let's just say that. Star Sleuth, hey, there's a 50-50 chance of calling the right winner. Great odds. I know. If I were to just guess, I would get it wrong, but I'm just looking at the chart and it is a little bit complicated, I got to say. But good question. Is it going to be close? With that Uranus there, where suddenly everybody's like, whoa. I mean, it could be. Could be very well, very close. I know. It is, isn't it? It is very interesting. Oh, and also, isn't this interesting? You know what? I was going to put this in here. I don't know why I didn't, but the Boston Marathon bombing was also a Leo rising chart. So that one was kind of crazy. If I'm on later, I'll put that one on and we'll take a look at it. So, what are you guys doing for Super Bowl? Hopefully, not eating or drinking too much. I'm hydrating, but I might have a glass of wine. Yeah, I know. It could. They're like, well, we can't do it now. Remember, fog was coming in, which is all that Neptunian. I haven't heard much. That was yesterday's news. So, I know. Okay. Kimberly said they've been prepping for a bad call all season. Yeah. I think, we're talking about bad calls, we're talking about big surprises and upsets. But if there's anything that you could see from this chart, it is some pretty dramatic injuries. And, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that in the news, ninth house, but it does seem like it's coming. There's going to be a great sacrifice for a win, most definitely. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. And let's keep an ear out. Hopefully, everybody will stay safe. And we just have to pray and hope to have a great, entertaining game. So, thanks, Meg. Oh yeah, Melanie, definitely. I'm just happy to see all the local artists performing. Hopefully, it stays safe. A lot of people I love are in that crowd. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's musicians. That's Libra, Venus too. So, thank you guys. Be safe. And Travis looks like a pimp walking into the stadium. Interesting. That would be Pluto and Scorpio. So maybe that's the look he's going for. Thanks, Amber. Hey, Shelly, nice to see you. The purple carpet. Oh boy. Well, you know what? That is Louisiana. That's New Orleans. So, and remember, keep in mind, we might see actually some cats. Remember with Leo's the cat. We had the same kind of chart for when Katrina blew through. It was Katrina. So maybe we'll see somebody with a cat name coming in. A brown super is brown soup. Exactly. Clear skies over there. San Francisco Bay, California. Thank you so much. I know, that's weird. So strange. Maybe purple will be be a clue. I don't know. So, all right, guys, great to see you. And I might see you a little bit later. Have a good one.